Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with round 1 of the WCA 2015 European Qualifier, and this match that follows is the most anticipated in the entire first round of this qualifier, I guess. And for that reason, I changed my co-caster. It's not yours anymore, but Remo.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. I just watched the first series that we had today, and you guys said it. What a game to kick things off here at the WCA Pro Qualifier 2015. Yes, my name is Remo. Hello. Nice to be here on stream. I'm very excited. This is actually the game that the three of us had a discussion about, like, who's going to cast it. Like, we were all kind of cooperating and saying, all right, you can cast this and this, but everyone wanted to have this game. And I said, come on, please, Mark, you can do the first one, and I do this one after it, because many know it, we're undeads, and this is, Cechi is our, well, the best undead in Europe, most people say, and I would agree with this, perhaps, at the moment, the best undead in the world?
Yeah, with the WFZ struggling a bit, this might be correct, but I don't really know how good Cechi is at the moment. I haven't seen him that often in the Jara Cups and stuff, but we can take a look into the bracket. Of course, we saw Nicker beating Cooper a few minutes ago, and the winner of this best of 3 will face Nicker, and we will see this right after the best of 3. So, yeah, we are ready for this game. Of course, we will introduce both players when the game starts, and I don't know, man. You want to bet on the winner?
Do you want to bet? If you go for it, I'm gonna follow your lead.
I'm betting €5 on Warchief.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I'm in.
And I'm gonna tell you why. We are in game. We are going in game right now, and we see the first map is going to be Last Refuge. We see Cechi as the yellow undead in the bottom left. He is 20 years old, from the Czech Republic, of course, the undead. He didn't participate in the Zodiac Dream League. Do you know why that was? I mean, the
Zodiac Dream League was the players were chosen by points they gathered throughout several tournaments that they played earlier that year. And I believe Cechi did not have enough points to...
Yeah, he didn't play enough.
Yeah,
right.
he was struggling with motivation, kind of.
A bit.
He also plays Dota, and he didn't play that much, so he didn't have enough points to play in Zodiac Dream League. But now for WCA, his motivation has once again, well, has found a resurgence, I guess, because as I've been told by a few people, Cechi has really been grinding out those games. He has been practicing Mass versus Night Elf. It was his weak matchup for a very long time.
My statistic says he has a 10% win rate versus Night Elf. This is absolutely ridiculous.
It's actually atrociously bad. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. And I actually have him on Skype, and we're kind of buddies, I guess, and we chat a lot. And he, well, people who know Cechi, he likes to complain a bit. And he's pretty young. He's 20 years old now, so, you know, still some foolhardiness in him. But, as I said before, the last couple of days and weeks, he has been going back into Zadrod mode. He has been practicing, and I heard that he just swept the floor with the European Night Elves these last couple of days.
Okay, that would definitely point to a hard practice, but it's still WarchiefRich, and these players met 5 times before, and it's 4 wins for Warchief, only 1 win for Cechi in that 5 matchups in Jara Cups, in, I don't know, Blue Cups, Zodiac Cups, whatsoever. So in the upper right of Last Refuge, it is from the United Kingdom, Richard Studdard, aka WarchiefRich, 22 years old, of course a Night Elf, and he won so much in the recent weeks and months. I think it's... he has missed the Jara Cup. He won 8 out of 21 Jara Cups.
Wow.
Absolutely
crazy.
Insane with that level of skill that takes part in this Cups. But yeah, both players, of course, took part in WCA 2014 in the Grand Final in Lianchuan, so they know each other. And yeah, I think it's time to talk about the game here. DK first, Demon Hunter first.
Yes, Cechi is choosing the quick ghoul build order. You can also go Fiends, but basically against Night Elf you never do it, because then you face Naga and you get mana burn and you can't coil. So Ghoul's definitely the preferred choice. Now the thing is, in the past, most undeads have chosen the aggressive route, creeping right away. And as I said, I talked with Cechi a bit, and we also had this discussion, and he said the last couple of weeks, months maybe, he kind of strayed away from this aggressive style that was especially driven by WFZ, I feel, and everyone was looking toward him for unnet strategies. And now he says he thinks oftentimes it's better to go for creeping. But what we see here in this game is he's not going for creeping. He's kind of taking a way around. He is probably trying to fool his opponent into thinking that he's creeping. But Demon Hunter, terribly out of position, is now realizing, oh man, he's in my base, and he's going for the archers. But he realizes it quickly, doesn't lose the archer, and now the ghouls are heading for the Moonwelts, and the Blade Master, no boots of speed, no teleportation step, and he needs to save that TP for a save when he's surrounded, so he has to walk a long way. Doesn't lose the Moonwell, might lose an archer. He's trying to go for the surround, doesn't quite get it. Is he gonna close it? No! It just doesn't stick, but now maybe, yes, he gets it.
Finally, the first round of the game, but nice Shadow Melt use of WarchiefRich and maybe trapping the Demon Hunter, but no. Everything...
he has no dust. I don't know why he didn't get a Dust of Appearance. Maybe he really wanted to save that gold. Maybe it was a mistake. I didn't really pay attention when he passed his shop. Now he's getting the dust and the boots of speed, so he wants to deny them from the Demon Hunter, but he can just go to the next shop. He's perhaps even going to get a Telestaff to get out of surrounds. There we go. And probably boots to accompany that. And also, when you get early boots of speed, this is normally an indicator for Tier 2 Naga, which is fairly common for undead, but also for very, very aggressive playstyle. Cold Arrow level 1, very strong. He's probably going to try to go for a lot of surrounds and hero kills.
This game, of course, is on Last Refuge, and that's kind of interesting because Last Refuge is the best map for both of the players. So I think they will know that it's their best map, and the mental status, if you win the first round, would be such a huge factor in this series, I guess. Losing your worst map will, your best map will confuse you a bit, I guess. So another surround attempt here by Cechi, but I think he fails a lot in his surround so far. I know better of him. But nice block now from his DK. Frostborn Hungers kills that archer. Level 2 for the DK.
Yeah, finally gets the level up, and then immediately he gets mana burned after that, but he has enough for another card, so he kills a second archer. That is only the second archer that has died, though. Remember that once around didn't kill the archer as he forgot the Dust of Appearance, but he did not lose a single ghoul yet, did he? And that is actually, you may not think it, but that is actually a big deal, especially if you want to go aggressive early on. And this is Tier 2 time, and it is the Naga. And probably going to transfer the boots of speed over if he thinks about it, but right now he's busy microing to surround the Panda. Naga should really have those boots of speed, but it was split-second decision-making, but he gets it. No! He fails again on the surround. This is quite a few mistakes. Just seeing him from him here. Unusual, uncharacteristic mistakes, and now Telestaff is being used to save that Demon Hunter. Perhaps he could have also saved the Panda by transferring that item. So yeah, he gets the first surround. Now the boots are still not on the Naga. This is definitely a mistake. He will want to correct that, but he is teching to Tier 3 quickly. He is getting a Slaughterhouse quickly. That Obsidian Statue for healing will be very, very good against the Panda. And before that Pandaren Brewmaster, before that hero is level 3, the Night Elf has to be really scared. And we see him here. He wants to creep the Goblin Merchant, but he knows the Undead is around. He's afraid. He doesn't have the best scouting information, and Cechi, look at his scouting. Sending 2 skeletons everywhere, checking everything, and this should scare Warchief, excuse me. It should scare him again, but now he is going for this creep camp. Perhaps a little greedy. He could be attacked from behind here, because he has no information where the Undead is, but he's going for it, and he is going to get rewarded for taking this risk.
Yeah, but let's see what the Ogre Magi drops. It is Potion of Invulnerability, great item, but Cechi is taking the same spot here, slightly ahead in experience, if I am correct. Yeah, it's kind of similar from both players, but the big Magi is still on the battlefield. We see the drop down right now.
Oh, ton of experience for the Panda, by the way.
Oh,
he's now level 2 all of a sudden.
Potion of Greater Healing for the Naga. That is especially important because you can't use Coil to heal your Naga. You can Coil Lich and everything, but no Naga.
The Skeleton Micro, so nice awareness. He sends the Skeleton forward to see the Night Elf coming because he knows there are Dryads right now. And before you have Tier 3 with the third hero and the Orb, the Night Elf can actually be pretty strong with the Naga slow and of course all the damage from the Demon Hunter. And when you don't have your Tier 3 up and running yet. it is often said that Undead is pretty weak before tier 3, but tier 3 is when the Undead really hits his stride, and he's supply blocked. There's no Lich coming.
Ooh, this, of course, throws him back a bit, but he gets Ghoul Frenzy. He got his statues on the way, and Warchief on the other side is not on tier 3 yet. He was a little delayed here. Double Engine of Law, of course, the Ultravision and the Bear upgrade. So Bears and Dryads versus Ghouls, Fiends, and probably Destroyers later.
And this is pretty standard so far. And we have 8 ghouls. That's a fairly standard number. I'm surprised it's not higher because he didn't lose a single one, which is actually quite an accomplishment. Oh, now Demon Hunter. He may get blocked here. Coming from the other side is the DK. He's trying to go for the surround towards the trees. And the Warchief is playing it safe, stabs home before he runs any risk of losing more hit points. He also has that rejuvenation potion that he can use right now. And heals back up again. The good thing for him is his Panda is level 3. This may have been a mistake from Cechi. This supply block, maybe he wanted to go for a more aggressive style, but then without the Lich and the Orb, it's kind of difficult. Now the Panda is at that important level 3, but the Demon Hunter is not. And he may be going on the offensive with a level 2 Demon. This is very unusual. He also has only 1 Bear, which is not Master yet. May get surrounded.
Yeah, but there's always the Staff. It's on cooldown, but he can transfer the Staff of Teleportation. Cechi saves that Ghoul, and yeah, everything is fine for now. Okay, that Ghoul goes down, but it's 40 food for WarchiefRich. It is 43 for Cechi. Now the Lich joins the army and goes for that big rock golem spot here at the mercenary camp. Of course, kinda easy to creep now with the Orb of Corruption, lowering the armor by 5 points.
And it seems like Cechi decided to switch gears here. It looked like he wanted to go very aggressive, but then kind of timing didn't work out, and now he's going on the defensive. I would say the Undead most of the time has the momentum, I guess, in this matchup. He decides how the Night Elf has to play. If he's being very aggressive, Night Elf needs to be careful. If he's going defensive, goes creeping, Night Elf either creeps himself or goes creepjacking. And now we see very careful play from both sides as they keep on creeping. And what did he find here?
Bank of Reincarnation.
Very nice. Of course, hero kill. Cechi says this himself. In Night Elf, in the matchup against Night Elf, you basically only have to always kill the Demon Hunter, and then everything is fine. But Demon Hunter has a greater invul, can be staffed out, can staff back, and can also be transferred the Ankh. And now we may see the first big engagement of this game.
Yeah, we see the red spot creep, and Cechi is so close by. This could be a bad creep jack, but no, he decides to not go there or doesn't know about it. Ancient Django of Endurance. Awesome item for Warchief, more movement speed, more attack speed. That, of course, the Bears are kind of slow, so that's a nice addition to the army here.
Yes, very good. For the Bears do a lot of damage, but they're pretty damn slow. So giving them movement speed to be able to engage more easily is very nice. And of course, also for his heroes, either to attack or to retreat when they're being focused. By the way, no boots of speed, still on the Demon Hunter. I don't agree with this choice, especially in this matchup, because I think one of the biggest strengths for Night Elf is just running in and out over and over again and just mana burning. Now losing a Fiend for free, perhaps a misrally, perhaps he should have rallied that to the main base, but he's trading this for a lot of experience, and the Lich, oh my god, did you check out his inventory?
It's insane. Of course the Orb of Corruption, but a Claw +6, the Robe of the Magi, Gloves of Haste, and a Sobi Mask. This guy will spam Nova all over the place and deal heavy damage with his shots.
Yeah, he has 2 heal scrolls and a mana potion on the DK, so his sustain is good, and his hero focus should be outstanding.
Yeah, it's level 3, 3, 2, so we have level 2 Fork Lightning available most likely, and the level 1 Nova, so that focus is going to be hard, but yeah, the inventory of the Night Elf player is also very great.
We have 50 supply only for the Undead. Warchief is already up at 57, and here we see it. Focus of the hero is commencing, can be staffed out, however, and will be saved in just that manner. But now he may try to go for the next hero now, trying to go for the archers first, and in a bad position. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, so much damage, but immediate Dispel, very well done. Also, Scroll of Healing to counter it. He gets another bear, and this was not really for free. He took a lot of damage, but now he's going into the fight again, and these bears are just dropping like flies. But this Breath of Fire, Jesus Christ, so much damage. All the ghouls have now died. Greater invul used on the demon. And it is time to retreat for the moment, and there's basically nothing to block anymore, but this Demon Hunter also needs to be careful. He's probably counting the seconds right now as he gets staffed out, however. Rich is being careful, not wanting to lose that first hero, as obviously it is so important.
Cechi did a good job killing that bears, but there's still a lot of dryads on the battlefield, and the destroyers need to be very careful. Maybe he needs to position them a bit back, but he gets a shade now to get constant vision of his opponent. Creeping now at the same time. He wants his Lich on level 3 so bad to get that 3/3/3 nuke with Coil, with Fork Lightning, with Nova.
And that Sacrificial Pit may also be there to transition into Worms later on. They have kind of fallen out of favor lately.
Because they're so expensive and
very
expensive. 7 supply.
And the Boneyard is, I think, like 250 lumber, and the Worm is 120 lumber. And he has 117 right now and only 2 ghouls. So getting Worms will take a long time. Excuse me. The fight is actually commencing. We should focus on this. Who got the item?
Wow. Warsong Battle Drums. Plus 10% damage on each unit for WarchiefRich. And an expansion is coming up. This looks pretty damn good for the guy from the UK.
Cechi is in upkeep as well, and he has no bank to speak of. He has the Wand of the Wind, by the way, which can be good. But if Warchief pays attention, he's just going to immediately dispel it with the Dryads. By the way, the number of Dryads. Maybe he should transition into more Fiends, or perhaps even Meat Wagons, but that's a very wild idea.
Yeah, he doesn't have the blockers for that, I guess.
He has quite a few Dryads, though, now. He has healing, 1 heal scroll, I see 2 heal scrolls on him, and still the mana potion. And don't forget about that hero nuke, man. It can be really dangerous. But Warchief still having that Ankh on the Demon Hunter and probably also getting an invul. There we go. By the way, no heal scrolls for him at all. And now, maybe Jan is gonna get sandwiched. Bad position for the Demon Hunter. Needs to use all its items probably to survive here. Oh my god, the stab is really dangerous. Is it gonna be enough?
Wind of the Wind cancels it. The Demon Hunter is still in surround now. He needs that Invo Potion. There's no Town Portal, nothing. Invo Potion used, and he can't attack anything. There's too much healing. There's too many hit points from the Fiends. That Demon Hunter is stuck. Is there the Panda to save him? No! Nova kills him for the first time, but there is, of course, the Ankh of Reincarnation. Panda comes in to save
Oh my god!
Oh,
I thought he was...
second.
Oh my god, that could have been disastrous. I thought he was going to TP out before he revives. That may have just been game. But Cechi is being careless. He's not scouting the expo. Well, actually, Shade is coming.
Yeah, Shade is coming. And he knows about it right now, but he's pushing the main base with 58 food and very well-equipped heroes here, going for the shop right away. Demon Hunter back to full HP, but he lost his Ankh, he lost his Invo Potion, and he lost the Town Portal because he mispositioned his Demon Hunter once. And now the fight goes on.
Oh, nice Breath of Fire hitting quite a few units there, but it's not as effective as it is against ghouls. Now here we go. Hero focus onto the Panda. Everything thrown on him. Mana potion coil, perhaps. He cyclones the Demon Hunter up in the air, but there's so much stuff for Warchief. His army just seems way superior. Can he deal with the heroes, though? That is another question. Panda in the front lines. Breath of Fire probably soon to follow. He has full mana, and slowly but surely, Cechi seems to be losing ground here. His army is fading away. Level 4 level up now for his hero, but also level 5 for the Panda. This is gonna hurt so bad. Still a potion of healing on the Demon Hunter, and there's no more mana for Nuke. Breath of Fire finishes off the Shade. Potion of healing, potion of mana had to be used to save the Lich. Again onto the Demon Hunter we go, but potion of healing saves that guy as well. Drunken Haze, but Coil before. My god, that Breath of Fire looks like it's a freaking hero nuke, and that Lich may have to pay the price here. Heal scroll is still available, forgets to use it.
GG by Cechi. Dominant performance by Warchief, I might say. He made that one mistake, but he saved the situation. That didn't cost him the game, and he struck back heavily, killing the entire army in that one fight. And yeah, the Panda was very strong as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What you always have to focus on in these fights and games is what does he attack? What is his point of aggression? What does he choose to take out of the fight? And I think he may have relied too much on hero kills.
Yeah.
It is basically everything against Night Elf, but he had the Ankh, he had the Greater Invul, he had healing potions, he had double staff, he had a staff of teleportation to come back into the fight. Perhaps he could have...
Too much.
There was a time when he easily sniped all the bears. Maybe then it's time to focus the Dryads and micro your units away.
Yeah.
And maybe try to deny him with Dark Ritual to keep that Panda from level 5, excuse me. It's a tough call, though.
Yeah,
it's a really tough call.
It's definitely tough. We'll see if he changes that in game number 2. We're taking a small break, and then we'll be back on Ancient Isles.
carry on. Ground below or skies above, I still don't know if I am right, but I know that for your love I'll go to world end tonight.
This is Neo and Remo Demo live from Berlin. We're casting WarchiefRich versus Cechi. Game number 2, Ancient Isles in the WCA European Qualifier 2015. WarchiefRich leading 1-0. Cechi wants to change that. WarchiefRich wants to hit the nail in the coffin. I think we're ready to start here.
Yeah, they're still getting ready. This gives us some time to get more into this matchup and into these players, because these two, I don't think we have been focusing quite as hard as on their characters, on their, well, how they are as people, because they are very, very different. We met both of them, as you said before, in WCA. They attended last year in Yanchuan. And I interviewed Warchief, and we talked quite a bit with Cechi. And Warchief is an absolutely calm and collected guy. He also plays always the same thing. He seems to be kind of, you know, he tries to go for the effective thing, and he thinks clearly, and he stays neutral, and he's kind of like, you know, I don't know, like a calm worker, I guess. Cechi, absolute polar opposite.
Yep.
He's such an emotional guy. I oftentimes say he might be his own worst enemy, because he can tilt very easily.
Yep.
And I know when he's 1-0 behind in a series, that's not good for his mindset.
No, it's easy for him to think that he has no chance anymore, that, I don't know, the other race is Imba or whatever.
Yeah, all these things may pop into his head now. His name is, by the way, Positive Mindset, so I guess he's trying to change this.
Yes.
And this would be the time to do it, because he is against the ropes right now. He's behind 1-0. And we're gonna see if he can make this change.
We are going in-game right now because the match has started. Ancient Isles in the top left, we have Cechi, and in the bottom right, we have WarchiefRich, who has a 75% win rate versus Night Elf.
You mean
versus Undead, sorry.
Yeah, and that's pretty damn impressive, especially compared to the 10%
Yes.
of Cechi. So, like on paper, this should be a clean sweep.
The numbers don't lie.
And they spell disaster
For
sometimes.
Cechi, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, I've been told he was amazing the last couple days, and I think he played really well, but at some point it kind of slipped out of his fingers. We said last game, perhaps the hero focus wasn't the right decision, and perhaps he didn't realize soon enough that it was so many Dryads. In this big fight, he had 3 or 4 destroyers, perhaps even, and this may not be the right choice against so many Dryads. Maybe he needs to add Abominations with Disease Cloud, maybe even Wagons, but of course for that you need a big army. Yeah, he lost that first game. Now he needs to come back on Ancient Isles. And I hope he's up for it. He is going with the same strategy again. He's not tilting in any crazy fashion like he's going something like Dreadlord first. It's still DK first with Ghouls and fairly quick tech. And yeah, this is very standard. None of them want to risk anything too crazy here. This is, after all, WCA, man. A lot of money is on the line.
Yes.
Like For Gamescom, it's 8,500 only for Gamescom, and this is a qualifier for China. So this is the most money you could ever make in WarCraft 3. This is the highest prize money tournament we've ever seen for this game. It was the same last year, but this year it's been increased even more.
Yeah, it's doubled, to be honest.
It's doubled, in fact. Jesus Christ.
So, what do you think about Ancient Isles as a map for Night Elf versus Undead?
The very good thing for Night Elf early on is you can creep these ogres here and you can get to almost level 2 before the undead even arrives. So, playing aggressively is probably a lot worse here than it is on Last Refuge, because on Last Refuge you don't get to level 2 as early. You only need to kill one skeleton after you finish that creep camp, and boom, you're at that level 2, which is very important. So I think it's the right decision from Cechi to go for creeping. I said this last game that Cechi feels that oftentimes it is the better choice, and he's going to do it now, but Warchief knows this. He knows his matchup inside and out, and he's going to try to creepjack him, probably before he even hits tier 2, level 2, excuse me. But he may just be a little bit too late himself, but as we can see, the Ancient of War creep is so powerful for the Night Elf, a lot faster. And again, nice scouting with the skeleton, waiting for the Demon Hunter to arrive. And look at those two ghouls. I think they've been parked there on purpose to come in for a surround from behind. I think it was on purpose, and that's actually pretty damn beautiful play. And he even sends like low HP ghouls in between the little forest nook and cranny there, so he has been definitely thinking about this game, thinking about this matchup. He does not want to make any mistakes. I think he's actually trying his best, and I think that's a good sign from him.
Definitely, but that's what you should do in an important qualifier like this. What do you think about pushing with the Naga on this map? Because the main bases are not that far away from each other, so you can go to the tavern in the mid, buy that Naga, push the main base of your opponent and destroy the tier 2 buildings probably. I think that would be very good for Cechi in this one.
I also like that strategy on this map quite a bit more than on Last Refuge, because there is not that much to creep actually to get your 3/3/3 heroes, and those are really important late game. And denying the level 3 Panda, it's possible if you play amazingly, but at some point he is gonna get it if you're being real. So maybe he's going to try to be more aggressive than last time. Remember, it was a supply block. Perhaps last time his strategy kind of didn't work out the way he wanted to. We're going to see this time around level 2 for both heroes, which of course means mana burn after mana burn after mana burn. And he has those boots of speed right now. Last game, remember, he didn't have them. And almost cost him dearly, that Ankh into teleportation from the Panda. That was a wild moment. All right, now we're both at the tavern. Tier 2, well, it's still a bit away, so that's just it's basically the Night Elf running away and trying not to get surrounded on the first hero or the archers. But it's actually only 5 ghouls here, so I think he could even fight this. But he wants to play safe. He has a lead. He doesn't need to play risky here. Well, he has lead in the series, I mean, not in this game. He doesn't want to make any silly mistakes and later on kick himself for it. And Warchief is going for the Merc Camp creep, probably. Kind of a sneaky move here. If this gets scouted, it's very, very dangerous, and we can see Cechi, he's looking for him. And now he finds the Demon Hunter.
Yeah, I think a surround is what Cechi looks for right now. He needs some more experience, dearly.
Again, Skeleton Scout in the mid. Yeah. Very, very good skeleton usage by Cechi throughout this entire game, and he's not going to lose the skeleton. It's actually going to run out before the archers kill it.
Nice. So, what do the bases say? They say no Lich so far, no Slaughterhouse. We see the Naga, and he's doing exactly what I thought he would, because Warchief is, of course, building the Entrance of Lore soon. He has the Huntress Hall, he has Tier 2, and he has... what's Cechi doing?
He went for the Boots of Speed again, by the way.
Okay.
This time they have been transferred onto the Naga very quickly. Okay. Also
Pen and Brewmaster here. He was waiting for it, and he gets him. Here's Frost Arrow. Here's the Mass of Ghouls. Here's the surround, but there... No! Oh, he stabs him out.
And many Night Elves don't get this early shot and early stab because they're greedy and want to get instant Tier 3 with double lore. Warchief is smarter than this. He delays his tech a bit. Yes. Well, quite a bit, actually.
He knew exactly what was coming.
Yeah. He doesn't lose his hero. But it's not like Cechi needs to kill this hero. As I said before, you want to level up that Panda really, really bad, and it's kind of difficult on Ancient Isles. It's fairly easy to scout, but now he's being creepjacked, and this is a really bad position. He saves the Ghoul with the coil, but the Naga is tanking so much hits, he's actually blocking her, kind of stupidly here. She's taking so much damage, even though she has the boots of speed. This should not happen, not at all. Now he's trying to go for the hero surround on the Demon Hunter. He gets it, but the Ghoul is so incredibly low. Coil saves him though, so the TP will have to be used. Is he actually gonna try to go for the staff transfer? Are you serious?
Wow.
No. Wow, that was really risky. Gets one Ghoul for his troubles.
Yeah, I think Cechi kind of saved himself here a bit with that move, because usually if you get the Naga, you want to inflict as much damage as possible in the first like 60 to 90 seconds, and that backfired heavily when the Naga went down to like deep orange HP range.
Like in Warcraft 3, it is an old game, as we all know, and unit movement is kind of a little icky at some point. If we want to go into specifics, the hitboxes of the units are square shaped, not round, so they kind of block each other weirdly every now and then, and that's what we saw there. Took a lot of damage, but as you said, he managed, he salvaged the situation, and he's not letting up with the pressure. By the way, Sentry Ward's very nice item. He wants to keep getting information on where his opponent is, but now Dryads are out, and this is usually when the tide starts to turn. He doesn't want to lose anything here. He may now fall back and creep himself a bit until he is tier 3 with that Lich, same as last game. And this will give Warchief a lot of needed time. Is it enough though to get level 3 Panda?
Cechi is on his way to tier 3. Slaughterhouse is of course up. He will have an Obsidian statue very, very soon. Warchief in the meantime on his way to tier 3 as well. Cechi is slightly ahead, but he's transitioning into bears already. We see the Adept upgrade. We see the first bear almost on the battlefield, so he has rejuvenation soon on his Demon Hunter and his Panda, so that makes it a lot easier to keep him alive. And of course that makes creeping a lot easier. And that Naga, I don't know, man. Not very effective so far.
But she's still always good late game against Demon Hunter. What was that breath of fire? Those are your archers, man. You don't want to set those on fire. He's gonna get one archer right here. And yeah, I don't know. Why is he being so aggressive with his Panda level 1? I mean, Dryads are strong, yes. But isn't it worth more to level him up? Not sure if I absolutely like this play from Warchief. But anyways, if he goes creeping, he expects to be creepjack, I would imagine. So maybe he's trying to inflict damage on his opponent himself by creepjacking him. Didn't work out at all in this time around. Level 2 for the Naga already. Shield reaches level 2 before the Panda. This is kind of unheard of. This doesn't happen usually.
Yeah, Cechi's doing a good job of preventing Warchief from creeping, but now you see it with rejuvenation, with a tanking Demon Hunter. It makes it all so easy. And Cloth +9, awesome item for the Demon Hunter, especially combined with 2 Gloves of Haste.
This is actually pretty stacked. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for the ghouls on this battlefield. But Cechi is creeping himself. Level 3 for the DK, so important to save his units with a level 2 coil.
Lich is out, Orb is out.
Nice.
We have no... do we have Frenzy Ghouls? Yes, we do. And he even kills a little bit before the Lich arrives. Nice. He actually kills an archer and a bear. This is absolutely tremendous damage he's dealing here. He's going for the surround on the Panda, gets it, but the staff is there. Is he gonna get the next archer as well? Could coil it, but doesn't want to use it. He does actually use it.
That rejuvenation on the archer was yeah, kind of a weird move, wasting that mana on 130 gold unit. I don't know.
Okay, Master Bears are out. Destroyer upgrade, not quite. It's gonna take some more time. And this Demon Hunter is freely dealing so much damage. Look at his items. Nothing to save him this time around. Last game, he was super durable. He was the tank in the front lines that also deals damage. He was the dream package. But this time, he's definitely lacking on survivability, especially because he's not level 3. Level 3 doesn't only give you more HP and a bit of armor. It also gives you level 2 mana burn, which means fewer skills to nuke your hero. We don't have 3/3/3 heroes for the Undead. As I said before, this is a small map. It's kind of difficult to get there. And I think Cechi could have had an opportunity to deal more damage here, but he's now going creeping. What do you think of this decision? It seems like he has a pretty sizable lead, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would agree. He got the Book of the Dead now. A good item if... I don't know if Warchief is too cheap to dispel it, but he has the dispel upgrade right now, so maybe Cechi should sell it.
There's a huge item, by the way, for the Demon Hunter. Huge item, by the way, for the Demon Hunter. Sorry, didn't want to cut you off there.
Hearthstone.
He traded the creep camps. He got one what's it called? Goblin Lab, excuse me. And his opponent got one. And Warchief got so much out of it, but now the creep jack is coming. There's no TP on the Night Elf. This could be disastrous. No level 3 Panda, no invul, but there is one health stone. This health stone has to be worth its weight in gold and then some. Destroyer, first one is up in the air, and here we go. Demon Hunter coming in from the side. First mana burn does not get punished by anything. Drangai's Breath of Fire hits nicely, but you know it's level 1 Breath of Fire. Lich needs to be careful. Wow, just barely saved in time. Gets the bear. But that's all he's gonna get, it seems. As the Night Elf retreats, Demon Hunter now very far forward. Perhaps it's around. Come in. No.
Yeah, this is one of the best times for a fight for Cechi. The Panda still not level 3, so close, saving that one bear now. There is enough mana on all the heroes here, except the Lich. There's no Nova at the moment, but he's still level 1, so that's absolutely okay. Demon Hunter not able to shop anymore. Shop is down, and we have 53 food versus 58. Cechi slightly ahead here, especially hero-wise now. Moonwell going down. 2 more bears here. With that magic damage, it should be easy to melt them down. Here comes Fork Lightning. First spear down. Level 2 on the Lich, and there's a lot of heal scrolls available. He should pull one. No, Fiend goes down as well. And here is level 3 on the Panda and Brewmaster.
Finally, he reaches the level, but he has no mana anymore, but he will have some soon. Level 3 Naga needs to be careful, but there is a TP on her. He can always save her. And they're trading hits like boxers right now. They put down their gloves. They're beating each other in the face. But now it seems like the Undead may have the bigger punching power. He's fighting through here. No more bears, no more reju, no more shop. This means no more healing. And slowly but surely he may be dealing enough damage, but at the moment both heroes very high on health. Panda has one more healing potion, needs to use it soon as he's being focused. Use it at the last second, and now Cechi TP's out, but he still loses the Destroyer, but saves the rest. We have 53 supply for the Undead, 43 for the Night Elf. This looked like it was kind of an all-in and he was gonna fail, but I think he salvaged it as well as he could, of course. The heal scroll absolutely crucial for the Undead, and I think he's still in a good position. Let's look at the heroes. That is always so important. Level 3 Naga, very good. Level 3 DK, very good for the Undead. Also, mana potion, always very important. Level 2 Lich, this is kind of his weak part of the army. And I don't know that Warchief still has a weak part, but he's going down here again, and the star senses are tingling for the Undead. Actually, no, he's just scouting with an illusion. This creep deck could have been absolutely terrible for the Night Elf, as he still has no TP. But Cechi's playing it safe.
But
he's creeping himself.
Now the Lyria's Flute of Accuracy, 10% more damage for the Dryads. And I think he will build a lot of them, because the bears are just melting against the Destroyers. But Cechi is transitioning, actually. He built an abomination. He listened to us, probably. And now it's time to block those Dryads away with that big stinking piece of meat.
He's also getting a Boneyard, by the way, transitioning into late game. I always think that the biggest strength of the Frostworm is actually its slow, not necessarily its damage. Of course, magic damage that it deals is amazing against heavy armor, which is, of course, the Druids of the Talon. But against everything else, it's not that much. But when you can slow everything down forever, basically, with a Frostworm, you can just keep everything slowed, as long as, of course, it is alive and can attack targets. But that makes hero focus so much easier, and this is still the issue for Warchief. Look at his items. Nothing. No heal potion, no invul. He's not even getting a TP, and he's running out onto the map. This is so dangerous. If he ever gets caught here with a Frostworm, he probably loses.
He takes a big risk right now. Cechi is in the upkeep the entire time, and Warchief is up on 48 food, saving his money, so the longer the game goes, the better it is for the Night Elf from the United Kingdom, because just economically, he has the better state right now.
Did Cechi deny his ghouls? Because he was in upkeep before he got the worm in production. I don't know, kind of confused. Whatever. We now have level 3, just kidding for the Lich. It's coming though.
Wow, Boots of Kel'Thalas. What a bad item for Cechi right now.
Worthless, basically. And this kind of stings for Cechi. You can see him, he really wanted to finish that creep spot, but I don't know if he scouted towards the south, because he ran away, and this is the right decision, because he's going to have a very, very strong timing push here, timing window, with his Frostworm coming out. But he really wants to get that level 3 Lich, and it's 18 experience away.
Yeah,
it's so close, he can basically grasp it, but not quite. And this is giving Warchief a lot of needed time, and he could build up a bank, as you said, because he was not in upkeep. Has now gotten the Moonwell to get up to 70, but he's still a bit away from that. What are his items looking like? Still no invul on the Demon Hunter. What is this?
Warchief has nothing. No invul pot, no heal scroll, no town portal, just the staffs. He's relying on the strength of teleportation. And that's it. I don't know, man. He
Cechi
should
is going
get
for the
himself
attack again.
maybe an anti-magic potion even, if nothing
Where's
else.
the Frostworm? Oh, there it is. I thought he was going to start without it.
No.
That Ancient of War, if he pulls out the 2 other heroes, it's actually going to give level 3 for the Lich. But no, it's not going to be that particular.
10
with that
XP missing.
It is nighttime, by the way. No Wellspring upgrade, which always hurts me. But now he's running into the Knight of main base. This is the strongest point of defense for Warchief, by far, on the entire map.
Yeah.
But Cechi thinks he's good enough, he's strong enough. He has the opportunity to end this game right here. He doesn't need to win right here, but he could win. He's going in. Breath of Fire hits nicely. All the ghouls pretty damn injured already. No statue to heal him up. Everything is up in the air in the form of destroyers. He's
Yeah,
retreating.
Warchief wants to buy time. He started his production heavily. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Now he finally has a potion. Both heroes have a potion, actually. And Cechi is retreating.
He's falling back. I think this... I don't know, is it the right
Repositioning a
decision?
bit.
I feel
Yeah,
like he
he
really,
can fight
really,
there.
really wants a Lich level 3, because when a hero runs in, you immediately want to nuke it. Now it's taking a lot of damage on the Frostworm. Maybe he just wants to draw the opponent out. This Dryad will give level 3 if he kills it, which he doesn't.
Warchief has a big chance right now because there's nothing to do on the map anymore. Just buying the items. There's no creep camp, and the longer the game goes, the better it is for Warchief, because as an undead, it is so hard to get an expansion up. But Warchief can just walk over with his Tree of Eternity to this gold mine, set up a new expansion, get fresh gold. All Cechi can do is sell his buildings, build an, I don't know, 80 food army, get some items, and then try a desperation blow.
It's still 1,800 about left on both sides. So
Yeah, but Warchief can still chill in his camp. You know,
Yeah.
to fight with the Moonwolves and everything.
I mean, Cechi could also expand, but he's really no fan of this. I like this. I wanted to say that he should do this, like use his air units to kill stuff, to get some experience, to finally get level 3. But I think like he's being so stubborn right now. When he had the advantage, I think he could have expanded. Of course, this gives the opponent to expand as well, and he doesn't want to give his opponent set advantage. Is he going to deny the shop to keep his? No, that would have been crazy.
The Lich is still level 2.
Yeah, he was not in
Still-
experience range.
He was not in range. 10.
He could have gotten level 3 there. Oh man.
Yeah. He's a bit unlucky with his items, though. Book of the Dead, Boots of Kel'Thas. I think he will complain about it afterwards. But yeah, the Naga looks pretty good with that claw.
Naga's pretty vulnerable though. No healing
That's
potion,
right.
no invul potion.
But Scrolls of Healing on DK
That is
and
absolutely true. Rich is going for so many bears, and he
Yeah.
doesn't have hippos to accompany this. Normally, when you go this unit composition, you really need hippogriffs. Hippogriffs are amazing late game, but he wasn't really given the space to make this tech transition. So I understand he didn't get hippos, but I don't really understand why he's getting so many bears. I think more dryads would be much better. But he should know best. Now look at this, Lich and air units looking for a wisp.
Yeah, he's desperate. He wants that level 3 so bad, understandably so. And yeah, Warchief is up on 77 food. I think he'll build the Dryad or something and be at 80. He get the first unit upgrade, the 1-0. For Cechi, it's still 0-0. But he builds a second worm and another abomination. So this is all the undead can do here. Heavy melee, heavy air, and that is what shall crush Warchief.
Look at the Moonwells,
Oh,
by the
the
way.
Dryad.
They're almost
Yeah.
gone, dry. It is night now, but it will take some time for them to regenerate. So, the base defense for Warchief is not as strong as it was the last time if Cechi was going to attack right now. And he has the second worm, and he has the second A-bomb coming out. This is again a very strong timing window for him. Perhaps a third heal scroll on the Lich. And then go time, maybe. Alright, he's going. Dryad scouting this out. I really like this, by the way. First damage upgrade for the Night Elf just finished. Nothing for the Undead. Undeads just don't like upgrades.
Remember, guys, Warchief is leading 1-0. If Cechi is losing this map, if Cechi is losing Ancient Isle, then he is out of the tournament.
Absolutely, man. The pressure is
The pressure is immense.
freaking real is what it is.
So he's
Acolyte left.
preparing
Is he going to
as good
expand?
as possible.
There's one Acolyte missing. Probably morphed into a
Morphed
shade.
into a shade, exactly.
He saw the Tree of Eternity waddling its way to the expansion. High upkeep, by the way, for WarchiefRich, 81.
Yeah, he has no
He has
no
no
gold
income, so
any-
it doesn't
anymore.
matter.
So yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He's going for more bears.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He
5,
has
6, 7, 8 bears.
He has 8 Dryads. Is that enough to deal with 2 worms and 3 destroyers?
Well, he has a demon hunter though,
Yes, he does.
and he's
That
hard
is
hitting.
That is true,
Plus
but I
14,
think
man. Just saying. I think it's enough anti-air.
I don't think it is. I think if Cechi focuses the Dryads and then the heroes and kites against the bears, he has a good chance of winning the fight. But Cechi is changing up his playstyle, man. He never does this, but now when everything's on the line, when he is with his back against the wall, he's expanding.
Yes. I think it's a good move because I think he would have lost this fight here, even though it's not in his base anymore. He would have fought here at the expansion, but it's still a big wood shield fighting for Warchief and a big advantage for him against 84 Foob. Oh no, he's going for the main base right now. One moon will down.
Of course, he can't TP down there because, well, the tree is walking.
Yeah.
So this is just free damage, and he has perfect vision with the shade. I really like this, but again, he's being very, very careful.
Yeah.
He's just getting time for his expo.
All about patience now.
And last game, the level 5 Panda was an X Factor, was a game changer. And this game, it's gonna have to be like another 10 minutes for him to get level 5, I would assume. Unless there's an utter slaughter somewhere, and then the next one after that. So this guy is not that scary. The Demon Hunter kind of is.
Yeah, the Demon Hunter is, but I think he's nukeable.
Yeah, he's level 4 now, so level 2 evasion is nice. 825 hit points, also not bad. And it seems like, third worm. This is not enough anti-air anymore.
Nope, not for 3 worms. Usually you count a worm as half a hero, so Cechi has 4.5 heroes now on the battlefield, if you may say so.
Seems
Plus
balanced.
destroys and...
Oh, this could be painful. Bears walking in, Dryads in a horrible position. First bear may die for free. Actually, Panda's being focused. He will have to get staff. He has no staff on the Demon Hunter, but he transfers the invul, the one that he had. Now immediately onto the Demon Hunter we go. He has the potion of healing, but he's retreating for now. Is he gonna get him to use that invul? No! The Panda actually gets redraw, but he gets coiled, but it's still not enough. Gets another redraw off on the Demon Hunter. Amazing micro by the Night Elf. But these worms and destroyers, they're up in the air, pretty much uncontested. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire hits nothing, but he needs to be careful. He's so low. Well, kind of. Dryads now standing pretty well in everything, and it's Rich actually turning this around with amazing hero saves. Has Cechi kind of overextended here. Again, onto the Panda we go. Kill him! Are you serious? 11 HP. He now goes down.
But DK is down as well! The first hero for the Undead goes down. Level 5 for the Demon Hunter. The Naga is in deep, 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 deep trouble. Down goes the Naga. Counter focus to the Demon Hunter, but there is a potion saving the so important level 5 first hero here. And the army of Cechi is just melting. Where are the worms? They're gone. There's just a little left. And it is level 6 for the Demon Hunter. GG, well played. WarchiefRich takes the biggest match of round 1 impressively with a 2-0.
What a game.
And you owe me $5, by the way.
True. You won the bet, and Cechi lost the game. He was ahead for a long time. Very impressive display by WarchiefRich. He was on the back foot basically always, this entire game, and he kept being patient. He took risks, man. Yeah. His heroes were so vulnerable. He walked across the map, scouting with Dryads, perfect gathering of information. Very, very impressive. In the end, Cechi had his expo on his way. He has the better heroes. He could go to 100, and when you go to 100, heroes normally melt.
Yeah, that's right.
But I can understand that he saw his opportunity because the Dryads were in a terrible position to start off that fight. But that micro was amazing.
Yeah, Warchief saving his heroes.
First, transferring the invulnerability potion, saving the Panda that way. Then microing the backlines away so that he can pull back the heroes, morphing a bear throughout, like in the middle of the fight.
2 bears, actually.
Was it 2 bears?
2 bears, and he hit two times rejuvenation on both heroes.
Just barely saving the Panda from the coil. All the meanwhile, the Dryads are focusing the destroyers, so when they're down, he can finally deal damage with his heroes, and that was just impressive, man. Like, Rich,
There was a time for
Incredible.
WarchiefRich when he disappeared, like for 2 months or so. Before that time, he won almost everything, and afterwards he won a lot of Jera Cups. But we don't really know in which shape he is right now. That game absolutely demonstrated his strength right now in this state of Warcraft.
yeah, he's back, man.
Yeah,
He
the
is
Chief is back
back.
on the battlefield, and he will meet up with Nika in the final, and the winner of that game will go to Gamescom. So we will have the first big decision very, very soon. We'll go into a small break here to refresh a little, and Yours is going to join you on the commentary for that first final of the day. But yeah, we have a lot of Warcraft action upcoming, so stay tuned, everybody.